Hello everybody, Grady Polson here, Family First Life America, coming to you from the Family First Life America Training Center. And today we're going to talk about products. And that's often something that new agents get hung up on. It's often something that new agents thinks is the most important thing. And new agents let cripple them from taking action. I don't know what to write, when, who do I call, etc. And so what my attempt is with this video is to break down products for you, a little more detailed education about the carriers we write and the products we write with them. And the reason for that is so that you have this as an archive, not only for yourself, but for your new agents or other agents whom you know, or if you're watching this on replay, share this with the people that you're working with so they can get this information. So the biggest thing about products to understand is you don't have to learn them all. This is something that Matt Smith has talked about countlessly, that this business out of 100%, right, 80 is the phones, 15 is in-home, and 5% is products. So this whole video is going to be about that 5%. Because we got a lot of continual training about phones and in-home. And the reason why is because if you don't have leads, you're not going to be on the phone. If you're not on the phone, you're not going to book appointments. And if you don't have appointments, you're not going to sit in the home. And if you don't sit in the home, you got nothing to talk about. So it's pretty simple stuff in that regard. Like it makes sense when you break it down like that. What I need you guys to understand is that the simplicity of this business is this front part. So let's spend this training today on this 5%. And that's what I'm going to go through. And answer questions as they come, if you will. And if you're watching the replay, shoot me a message in Slack if you'd like to get additional details. But what we're going to talk about is the products. And the biggest thing I understand about the products, just to go through that one more second, is that you'll learn them as you go. There's two ways we learn in life: repetition and emotional impact. Repetition and emotional impact. Right, repetition, doing the same act over and over and over and over again. You learn how to do it. Second way, emotional impact. Touch the stove hot, don't touch the stove, right? You go, you do something, you get in trouble. Don't do that thing again. You get into a home, you're sitting with a 67-year-old who takes metformin and insulin, and you then go, I don't know what to do, and you call the person you're working with and they say American Eagle will approve them. You now will always know that insulin diabetics will get approved with America. Emotional impact. Nervous, get the solution. You show them the quotes, they buy. Emotionally impacted, and you made money in your first week instead of your first 3 months. And that's the biggest thing I want you guys to understand, is that those who take action fast are those who make money. And it's not all about, it is all about making money. We're here, we're elite. We're elite producers. And that's what I constantly want you guys to understand, is that we are a group of elite producers. This is not a back rub and belly rub type company where we're encouraging each other to come to the meeting, to come hang out because it's fun. Like, yes, this is fun, but you know what's more fun is like having no worries about paying for my daughter's dance that's ungodly expensive, that I had no idea when I was like, yeah, put her in dance, because that'll be fine. I digress. So let's talk about products right now, okay? Products. And so we're going to start with, I'm going to go through products. I'm going to go through the different types of products. I'm going to go through the different amounts of coverage, and anything that I'm missing, feel free to ask. But we're going to go through carrier by carrier, and I think that might be the best way to talk about it. And we're going to start with our favorite carrier. And if you guys are familiar with this sheet, you will have them all listed here. This is our credibility sheet we laid out in front of every client in every home. You find this on FFLamerica.com under the downloads page. And so our first carrier we're going to talk about is Americo. Okay? So Americo. Americo has two main products we sell. All right? The first one is their HMS term. Okay? That product you can quote for 15, 20, 25, and 30 years. And the coverage amount goes from 25,000 to 250,000. Okay? You can also go from 251 to 400, but you need a mouth swab. Okay? And that is a whole ordeal that you don't really want to deal with. Okay, so when someone you go to the quote to and it says it goes up to 400, you quote them 400, and they go, okay, and then now you get an email from America that says you need a mouth swab. You have to get saliva, you got to get saliva educated, You need to then get the mouth swabs. They must be brand new ones. And you got to get to the client. You've got to get them to swab. Then you got to mail it in and make sure you did it right. Then you got to wait for them to process it. It's a whole process. Now, so I'm just going to wipe that off right now because we're not going to focus on this. We're going to focus on Americo products, on Americo term from 25,000 to 250,000. The benefit of this product is there's a couple different versions of it, okay? There's the 125 and the 150, okay? So HMS 125 and HMS 150. The difference that this contains for you is two simple things, a plus 25% accidental and a plus 50% accidental. That's the difference. The price is higher here because there's more coverage. The price is, this is the standard product we sell, okay? Now this product is great for generally healthy people. Now people are like, they'll call me and be like, well, I gotta, and oh, let me back up. So this coverage goes from age 20 to essentially 60. That's the cashback barometer, and then to 75 for just traditional life insurance, okay? So we're gonna talk about this stuff. So a client, someone will call, so I'll talk to an agent and they'll say, I've got a client who wants a term. They gotta have a term. So we're doing a $30,000 term, okay? He's 57, right? Does he fit inside our window? Yes. Does he fit inside our amount of coverage? Yes. The challenge is that because the coverage amounts go from 25,000 to 250,000, if the client gets approved for the HMS product, he at any point or within the first 30 days can increase the amount of coverage. So the underwriters don't look at it as a dollar amount that they're approving. They look at it as, is he approved under HMS or not approved under HMS? So the underwriting guidelines are more strict. Insulin diabetics do not get approved with HMS term. We have a term that they will get approved for, and I'll touch on that in a little bit. So what I'm trying to say is generally healthy people are great candidates for this product, especially this product, the cashback option. So it's called CBO, cashback option. That's what Americo calls their return of premium, their refund policy, money back policy. You know, I call it a few different things. I say it a few different ways when I'm in the home with the client. The reason for it is I want to trigger different thoughts. And guess what? You get 100% refund at the end of this product, at the end of this term. Clients love it, right? They love it because they're getting all their money back. Now the factors are, this product is generally, and no, it's not generally, is going to be more expensive than a traditional term. Okay, so there's traditional term and cashback term when you go to the quoting tool. Now where do we quote Americo? Quote.americo.com, okay? That's where we quote, quote.americo.com. You go right there, and I preface this as well. All of the quoting tools are linked from FFL America. There's a quote link, as well as on FFL Mentor, FFL Go, Agency Dojo. We know quoting is important, so we put it on all the websites. But our team's traditional resource website where we all connect, communicate, and link from, and we're all put the newest stuff that I find and whatnot, is FFL America. So just start there. If not, post in Slack. We've got plenty of places for you to gain answers to information. So just be ready to get information. A good sign of someone who's going to be successful here is someone who can find the answers. Can you find the answers? Can you, hey, instead of saying, hey, I know Grady's busy, but I'm gonna message him and then text him and then call him and post in Slack, hey, where's the quote tool for Americo? That's probably someone who's not a self-starter. Or can you find the answers on your own? Are you a problem solver? So we'll have a little, we're gonna pepper in some coaching here, but become a problem solver. Figure out, like, so you wanna get some answers. You know who the first person I'd call if I wanna get answers about this product? I'd call Americo, because no one's gonna know it better than them, okay? So, HMS term, our main, one of our, Americo, so Americo is our main carrier we write with. Why? They love us and we love them, especially for this reason right here. 8%. Everything you sell between today and December 31st, apologize, this November 31st. Everything you sell, if it's above 35,000, issue paid. So you're kicking butt already. Anything above 35,000, issue paid. They're going to add on, give you a bonus check on December 15th, right in time for the holidays, of 8%. Boom, here's a check, additional bonus. So there's some companies that will run incentive trips. There's some companies that will give you trinkets. Americo just gives you cash, right? It's a producer's bonus. You go produce a lot of sales for the company. They say, thank you. Here's extra money to enjoy. They do it twice a year. It's a 6-month breakdown from June. So we're right in the middle of it right now until November 31st. Whatever you issue paid in that way, as long as it's above 35,000, they're going to give you 8%. An 8% check. So you can go say you're at 100,000 in 6 months. Many people do it. A free $8,000 non-chargebackable bonus check just for doing your job. So that's pretty cool. So the HMS part, any specific questions about the HMS term? Not underwriting, I mean, we could underwriting, sure, whatever. Any specific questions about the Americo HMS term, please feel free to document it right here. But just to recap, term, pick the period of time, 15, 20, 25, or 30 years, 25 to 250,000, different versions of it, 125 or 150. The difference is in the cashback option. And this is one of our favorite things as far as selling mortgage protection, is showing the client, now listen, let me add one more thing. So this is a benefit, this is a benefit, and 3, the benefit is living benefits. And this is, so all 3 living benefits, critical, chronic, and chronic, and terminally illnesses. So critical, can't perform 2 to 6 activities of daily living, eating, bathing, toileting, dressing, cognitive abilities. You can't perform 2 of those, you can pull out the full death benefit amount. So you have a $250,000 policy and you get in a terrible accident, you're incapacitated, you can't work, you're being taken care of by your spouse or loved ones or whatever, you cannot function anymore as a member of society. They will give you the $250,000 and say, here you go while you're alive to help extend your life, right? The way I say it with clients is they're going to give you the money while you're alive to allow you to try to live longer, which is incredible, right? You're the one that's been paying for it. So why not then give you the money, the living benefit in the money? This is a benefit in these products. A lot of companies have living benefits. Americo's is by far and wide the best of any carrier we offer because they do all 3 at 100%. All 3 at 100%. Some carriers do 80%, some 60, some 40, some only do 1 living benefit. So let me break them down. Chronic or critical is disabled. Chronic is you just recently had a cancer, heart attack, stroke, kidney disease, major organ failure, something like along those lines happens to you. Then you can pull the benefit out. You have a heart attack and you're a mess, client Bob, you now can have access to the money and you can pull it out while you're alive if you need it to help pay for medical bills or treatments or settle affairs. So those are the first 2, and the third is called a terminal illness. So critical, chronic, and terminal illness. That one is you're diagnosed with some outlier disease where you're expected to pass in the next 12 months, okay? How would someone figure out if the client is eligible without calling their leader? You can do a risk assessment by calling the carrier. That's one option. Option 2 is you can check the prescription guides. Linked on Agency Dojo and FFL Mentor are both the Americo Eagle prescription guide, which I use as a reference a lot to find out what the meds are for. 2, the HMS underwriting guide has health-specific things. Client has asthma, is he eligible for this product? Client has diabetes, is he eligible for this product? Client has thyroid, are they eligible for this product? So look in the underwriting guidelines from HMS, which you can find linked on all the main quoting websites. So Americo HMS, we went through it in pretty detail. Ages 20 to 60 for the cashback option. They're the only company that goes all the way to 60 to still get cash back, which is incredible. All your money back at 60, you get it all back at 80. I think it ends at 20 for that. So you get it all back by your 80. So it's a 20-year term is the max you can do it as a 60-year-old. But so there we go. Broke down Americo HMS term. Any final questions? Please pepper them in here. Any questions here?
So
What?
75 goes to.
Traditional life insurance up to 75.
Okay, so without the CBO.
Without the cashback, correct. So quote-unquote.america.com, and so this is the HMS term. Okay, so I'm going to pivot now to the second Americo product we sell, which is called it's got like a long name, so it's Eagle Premier Whole Life. And this product will cover you, our client, from 50 to 85. And the coverage amounts are from 2,000 to 30,000. Okay? It comes with terminal illness rider and a 2 times double accidental. Okay, so Eagle Premier Whole Life. This is our leading go-to whole life. Let me pivot back for 2 seconds. Both Americo products, which is why we love Americo. When you're running 8 appointments a day, so a lot of clients, you need decisions. What am I doing? Am I pivoting? I got another 8 appointments tomorrow, then I'm back in the office, and I got more appointments this weekend. I got more leads coming in. Right? When you're trying to write $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in a year and actually change your family's life, you're working a lot. And that's okay, because this work is not mindless work where you're just clocking dollars at a machine and hoping to pull some cash out eventually or whatnot. This isn't a job. This is high performance, productive production income. So when you're running a lot, you need answers. And what's beneficial about both Americo products, Americo HMS and Eagle, both have e-apps that will approve or decline in the home. Approve or decline in the home. Crazy. Okay, so you know right then and there, right? Me personally, I don't tell the client on the home because I don't want them to feel like I just showed up and they purchased something. I want to elongate the experience. I want to romanticize the sales experience, and I do that through not telling them. And I don't think it's necessary to tell them right there. I'll tell them the next day or the next day, but I want them to enjoy the process of purchasing a little bit longer and let this weight of buying life insurance sit in their heart and within their family. But knowing in the home is huge, because if you get a decline in the home, you can pivot. And the pivot is what is so great about us being brokers, is because we're contracted with a multitude of carriers that allows us to write different carriers and still get the client approved and covered, which is our goal. So the Eagle Premier Whole Life, my favorite whole life, 50 to 85 ages, 2,000 to 30,000, okay? So client needs money for burial, money for final expenses. If you're doing mortgage protection, you're working with a senior, and you need to show them 6, 12, or 18 months worth of mortgage payments so that their family has time in order to pay the mortgage payment while they're figuring out how to move Social Security, or they're figuring out how to move pensions, to guarantee that family has money so that there is no lapse in making of those mortgage payments. There's no risk of losing all the equity that is accruing or has accrued within that family's home, which is generally the largest asset in any American family's life and portfolio. So for you, this is a great product. They're also, let me use this word respectfully, lenient. And that word means that clients got, I've got a client with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meds approved. And it's a combination of things. Oftentimes you'll see with people, if they are diabetic, they oftentimes have high blood pressure, they oftentimes have high cholesterol, they oftentimes maybe have an asthma or something too. Americo, Eagle will approve all that. And that's incredible, because the client, you go, okay, so now any medications you're taking? And the client will sorrowfully laugh, yeah, I got a lot. And it's sad, but when you though, as the agent who's coming there to sit with a client who sometimes has had other people in the past months or years and been declined and then had applied, but then they never heard from the agent again because they clearly got declined. And you now have products that can approve them immediately, and you're putting their family immediately in a better situation. That's why I love this business. And that's why you're going to love it too, is because you can really take care of people. So 2 to 30,000. This one comes with only the terminal illness rider. But this one also comes with built-in a 2 times accidental. So if you put a $30,000 policy on Bob, Bob passes away of a heart attack, $30,000. Bob gets hit by a bus, $60,000. And so that's a built-in benefit of American Eagle's product. It automatically comes with a 2 times accidental rider. They also have, holy smokes, this is the smoker class. And this is what's crazy. So I'm glad I remember this. The smoker class. What this product says, any client, 50 to 85, that's a smoker, they will give them a non-smoker rate for 3 years in the hopes that they quit smoking. So what happens in 3 years, Americo's gonna send them a mouth swab, and if they swab and there's nicotine, they have 2 choices. Their price can go up to keep the same coverage amount, or they will decrease the coverage to equal what the smoker rate price would be. If they, so and that's the result. So that if they swab and there's no nicotine, they keep their low smoker rate. If they never send back the swab, then they're going to drop the coverage amount because they just were non-responsive, but they're not going to cancel it. And so sometimes I'll say to clients, I'll say, do you plan on quitting smoking? I really do. Okay, perfect. Well, right now you're still a smoker. And smokers are generally, as you know, going to be more expensive. But I have one company that I represent in the whole industry that will actually give you, Bob, a non-smoker rate for 3 years. And I'll pull up a couple other carriers and I'll look at the smoker rates and I'll show them how other companies are more with the smoker rate. But I can get you this price through me that no one else has been able to show you. And they go, wow, thank you, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm out there seeking 50 to 65-year-old smokers, but I am actually. I'm looking for old smokers because I get good prices on their life insurance. And so what's great about that is you can save them money, or you can increase their coverage amount. Now, oftentimes too. Now, Bob, do you ever plan on quitting smoking? Nope, been smoking for 40 years. Well, listen, Bob, I got you a discount for 3 years, okay? So when it comes to, you can decide then in 3 years, do you want more coverage? You can increase the price, or we can lower the face amount. But right now for 3 years, we got you cheaper rates. And if Mary over here ends up making you quit smoking, then well, you can keep it the same. So just kind of level with them. But these are, any questions about Americo Eagle Whole Life, please drop them in the questions. The questions that don't get asked don't get answered. No, not included. Okay. Only the terminal illness rider is included with Americo Eagle Premier Whole Life. Now they do have, on this product, they have a guaranteed. It's called a guaranteed. And so when you're going through the quoting software, there's like 10 pages, okay? And on the 3rd page, they're going to do on both HMS term from Americo and Americo Eagle. When you're going through the app, on the 3rd page, they're going to do what's called a HIPAA authorization, and you're going to approve that. So you're going to have them sign on the screen, ideally if you're using a tablet, to allow Americo to quickly peek at their prescriptions. And I always say, now what they're going to do, they're going to check your prescriptions real quick and make sure you're not taking like any crazy chemo or anything that would immediately disqualify you for this product. Okay. So they sign it, they go for it. So what can happen sometimes though is you're on page 4 answering the health questions, and all of a sudden a pop-up will come up, will say, this client has been qualified for Eagle Guaranteed now. Please continue, but the max coverage is 10,000. So this product goes from like 2 to 10,000, okay? So this product, we do not sell, okay? We do not sell. If that pops up on the screen, you're gonna pivot somewhere else. That specific product is crazy expensive, and Americo knows it. And I don't know if they're working on it or not, but it's not a product. It's not I would say a product or a clientele class that they're looking to bring into their portfolio. So if that pops up, you're pivoting. And what you're pivoting to, we're going to talk more as we progress in this training. But can you give a different example of the 2 times accidental? Okay, Bob falls off the roof putting up Christmas lights and dies from an accident. It will pay twice as much. Is that what you're looking for? It's just it's a 2 times accidental. Okay. I hope that helps. So if guaranteed pops up, you're saying, okay, what's happened is they kicked us back. They didn't like some prescriptions that are on. And so what you're going to do at that point, if you've done a proper financial inventory and you've called your manager for help, or you've checked in the Eagle prescription guide and they told you they're only taking these 3 meds, and you looked at them and they say eagle level, eagle level, eagle level, and it shouldn't be a big deal. At that point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get serious and you're gonna press the client. You're gonna say, now listen, Bob, what you told me so far is you've only taken these 3 medications in the past 5 years. What's going on here? Like, is there anything else you've taken? Anything else? And these are the 3 lines. What are you taking? What have you been prescribed? And what have you been prescribed and chosen not to take? Okay? What have you been prescribed but chosen not to take? I need more information about, because right now they kicked us back and said no, but based on these 3 meds you've shown me, and just in my experience, it shouldn't be an issue to move forward with this product, at least get farther along in the application. So you have to like become a parent, become a professional, take control, right? A lot of times, and even myself, I'm very like, you know, hunky-dory, la-di-da, like I'm serious, but I make it playful because like, no one really likes to talk about death, but you need to, and that's what we get paid for, is to talk about stuff that other people don't want to talk about. We're problem solvers. That's what you get paid for, solving problems. So you need to ask them, what other meds are you taking? What other things you would prescribe but chosen not to take? And sometimes they're like, oh, well, I forgot about this or I forgot about that. And then they'll remember and they'll come back and they'll tell you. And or they'll be like, the wife will be like, well, Jim, you know, or whatever his name was, tell her, you know, well, I also had a heart attack 6 months ago. Okay, so they had that pops up, right? When that happens, the insurance companies can see all this stuff. They can see it. So you can't lie. So that's my breakdown for you, is you need to press the client more when this pops up, because otherwise you're going to pivot to moo or pivot to trans, and they're going to get decline because they had something else going on they haven't told you yet. All right. So what's going on? I can't break it down, guys. Jordan, write shorter questions if you could. Okay, so hope this helps. Smoker class, non-smoker rate 3 years. Here you go. Great product, lenient. We lead with this one in 99% of the cases. So hope that helps. Moving on. Okay, next we're going to talk about, boom. Next company we're going to talk about is Mutual of Omaha. Okay, so Mutual of Omaha. Or short, we call them, everyone calls them Moo. Okay, where do we quote Moo? They have an app. Okay, on the App Store, iOS App Store, or Google Play. What do you Android people use? Is it Google Play? Anyone Android here? No, a bunch of smart folks in here with Apple devices. So you Androiders, hey, you know, there's people that have iPhones and there's everybody else. Okay, so so iOS App Store, Google Play, I believe what it's called, which is an odd name where you go download applications. I'm done. All right, I'm gonna stop poking at it. So go download their app. It's an app. It's called Mutual of Omaha Quotes. It's very simple. You go get the quote app. You can do it on your phone, on your iPad, on your Samsung Android device. I believe all these places you can get the quote tool. It's very simple. And the 2 products we're going to talk about right now, same format we're going to follow. Same format we're going to stick with. Same format we're going to follow is we're going to start with Term Life Express, or what is also known as TLE. Okay, TLE. That's sometimes what we call it, or it's called. TLE is a term. I gotta remind myself. See, I write America that much more, but I write plenty of this. I just want to make sure I'm accurate for you guys. Quotes for sales professionals. Look, so it's a simple app. I'll show it to you. Just looks like that. Start a quote. You got it. Perfect. So Term Life Express. Yes. Okay. So this is 18. So this is something to know. Okay. Americo HMS starts at 20. You got a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old, you got a parent who wants to put a policy on her kid. I've had this many times, a grandparent who wants to put a policy on their 18, 19-year-old who just graduated high school, wants to make sure he's got some insurance so it covers him through for the next couple of years. I got a lady, if they're 18, 19, you can't write Americo. You can write Mutual of Omaha. So this is why we're brokers, because we can bounce around and pivot, okay? And then the coverage amounts are essentially $25,000 to $300,000, okay? So this is a factor of Mutual of Omaha. You want to go, this is no mouth swab. There's no mouth swab with Mutual of Omaha at all. So you can go above 250 and do the term product, okay? They also have so as we know, Americo's called it CBO. Mutual of Omaha calls it ROP, or return of premium, okay? Return of premium. Synonyms, essentially, synonyms. So return of premium. And what this product does is from 18 to 50. So Americo goes from 20 to 60 cashback return of premium option. Mutual goes 18 to 50. So you got a 51-year-old who makes good money, wants to protect his house or get a big policy. You have to go Americo. You can't do them with Moo. So this is just some additional things for Term Life Express. Matt, it goes higher, 18 to 80 if you're using Term Life Answers. We don't write that product unless in unique specific situations. So it's not 18 to 80, it is 18 to 70. Term Life Express. There's features within this product. There are no frills. It's basically an add-on type product. So you can do, let me back up here. So you can do a 10, or the return of premium is years 20 and 30, and traditional term is 10, 15, 20, and 30. So like Americo has a unique 25-year-old term, which is if you guys start to sell mortgage protection, you'll see at 25 years, you can use that with Americo to get their cash back before the end of the mortgage. They can pay the loan off early. That's some cool stuff you'll hear about. But it's focusing just on right here, a 10, 15, 20, 30-year term. Now, a lot of times I say with families, and here's some training, there's some conversational type things. I'm working with someone who's a little, doesn't have to be much older, but older. You know, they're not old at 45, but that's not what I'm saying here. But if they're like on this window of time and you're trying to decide what product to go, do I do a whole life or do I go term? And they're healthy, but they got young kids. Something to focus on is making sure that this client has enough insurance to get the kids out of the house, okay? Get the kids out of the house, right? You're 47, Jim, and you got a 2 and a 3-year-old, right? You started later in life, not a big deal. You must, Jim, get at least a 20-year term. Why? Because you need to make sure there's coverage here because you're the primary breadwinner. Something happens to you, Mary doesn't have enough money to pay for the house, pay for the kids. You have to go get 1 or 2 or 3 jobs in order to provide the life that you're not providing with your income while she's staying at home watching the family or whatever's going on. Maybe she's working part-time, maybe she's working full-time. I don't know, but if you're stripping a whole income out of a household, the household's gonna be a lot worse off situation than it is today. So that's what these smaller terms are for. Focusing on shorter period of protection. Why would you need a shorter period of protection? Why wouldn't you just want to go all the way? Well, sometimes clients are finicky. So if you need something to push on the fact that they've got kids and you need them to make sure. So you got a client that's got an 8 and a 9-year-old, right? And well, I don't think I need it. You know, I got this work coverage at home and you know, they give you all these amazingly clowny, carny sounding responses sometimes. A 10-year term is a perfect option for you to able to put something in place, at least get the kids out of the house. That's why these smaller ones exist. Traditionally, we're focusing here. Clients want to buy protection for as long as possible, traditionally, because they want to pay for it now and have the same price locked in for 20, 25, or 30 years. So that's what the smaller ones are for. So coming back around, this product does not approve in the home. However, so sometimes, right, so this is why we're brokers. Sometimes I'll apply to the client with Americo, declined in the home. They tell me, I got nothing wrong, Grady. I've got nothing going on. Nothing. Swear on a Bible. Okay. So what I'll do is if they're, they're younger and I did a term, I'll pivot and I'll go to Mutual of Omaha and I'll write the same exact client over here. The difference is, and let me be very clear, Americo approves and declines with computers. What they see the meds, they see the doctors, they've got an algorithm, they've got 3,000 policies coming in a day. For the past 10 years, they got a significant amount of data about knowing what is what and what is not. So in that regard, they make decisions, that's how they make decisions quickly. It's oftentimes a very significant benefit to us, but one or two times out of 20, 30 policies, they just decline someone who ideally shouldn't be declined, okay? Pivot over to Mutual, they have actual underwriters who review your policy. And that's a benefit sometimes it's not. But in this situation, so this is what we're going through here. So if a client gets declined in the Home and America HMS and you think they should be totally approved, pivot to the Mutual of Term Life Express. You're gonna have to work with it because maybe you're doing a 51-year-old return on premium. Well, now, sorry, Bob, you don't qualify for that product anymore. But in this situation, their actual underwriters will review your policies and kick you back, send you emails, let you know if they have any additional questions. Sometimes they'll have to strip away one of the benefits or something you have in it, a disability add-on or something. But you can get clients more approved. And that's what a broker. Will you turn the air down a little bit more? It's getting hot up here. So going through that one, any additional things? Julius had 2 clients decline with Americo. HMS and approved with Mutual this week. That's what we broker. So Mutual of Omaha, you can add on. So it's an add-on accidental. Okay, you can add it on. That would be the main thing that I would probably focus on with the add-ons. You can add on the accidental where Americo's is included at a 25% or a 50%. Any questions? No. Okay. Any questions? No. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so Mutual of Omaha, Term Life Express, great product, e-app, doesn't immediately approve, pays great, clients love it, okay? Next product would be the Living Promise Whole Life. This product is 45 to 85, and I believe it's 2,000 to 40,000. Okay, and this one comes with, I think, just the terminal illness rider again. And then you can add on accidental. So oftentimes clients really like that because they like the extra coverage. The terminal illness rider, they're 45 to 85. So sometimes you've got those people in that window of time. They're 45 to 85. They're 45 to 50 that want whole life. This is the product you're going to go to. Okay, 2,000 to 40,000. Now sometimes you get a client, they'll be like, well, I want 70,000 of whole life. Okay, they're 55. Well, you know what you do? You do Americo Eagle, and you do a Mutual of Omaha Living Promise. 2 products, say the bill's gonna come out on the same day, you get 2 separate policies, and then you take care of the client, okay? So Living Promise Whole Life, this product newly now approves in the home pretty much. Approves or declines in the home. I'm sorry, it approves or sends to review in the home. What it'll also do, it will pivot to, and it'll say you've been diagnosed, like based on your meds, because it will also do a HIPAA authorization in the app, and it will say graded. So if they do the HIPAA authorization, just like when we talked about Eagle, and it pops up and says graded, we don't write this product, okay? We don't write that product either, okay? Because it's a 2-year waiting period. We've got other carriers that depend on their meds, and so that's where we come back here. We press them on their meds. We press them on health history. We press them, and we say, what's going on? Why is this popping up that you're no longer qualified for this product? And you just get front with them. And they're going to appreciate your bluntness. You're not trying to tiptoe around things. You're just trying to ask. Because if you don't ask, they're not going to answer. They're not going to tell you what's going on. They're not going to let you help them. Okay? So Living Promise Whole Life, great product. There you go. Great product, whole life product. So the benefit amounts are for older people. No diabetics before age 50. That's a big thing to know. Mutual of America will accept diabetics before age 50, and insulin diabetics America will accept. Mutual of Omaha, no. So more strict. That might be the term I'm looking for. Living Promise, Mutual of Omaha, more strict. Okay. But if they're super healthy, this is oftentimes a good option for you. Okay. And the last product of Mutual of Omaha that I want to talk about is what we would call their accidental product. And this one must have health license. As I'm talking to new agents, I say, when they're studying for class, I say, you want to make sure you get your life and health insurance license. Why do I have a health insurance license? Well, there's one specific product that we really like to offer to clients, but it's a life insurance product that requires a health license. I don't ask questions, but when you're studying, just make sure you get your health license as well. So must have a health license, and this would be their accidental. And it's a great add-on, pivot, drop sale type product. And how it works is it's basically, is it 18 or is it 20?
Will you write guaranteed advantage of this?
Yeah. So it's called guaranteed for accidental death advantage. That's what it's called. And basically it's 18 to 70, and it's 50,000 to 500,000, and you can do return of premium from 18 to 50. And the way it works, it expires at 80. So basically, like, if I have a couple 68-year-olds I was meeting with last week, did well financially, had money in savings, whole life really wasn't going to benefit them much because they already had a couple $100,000 in the bank. So adding on another 30,000, the way you offer that is you say, let's strengthen your position. And sometimes people jump on that. Sometimes people are like, well, to spend $175 in order to get 30,000 more when I got 270 in the bank, just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So this is like an older client. So the 68, 69-year-old, you say, well, what most people do in your situation, Jim, is they strengthen their position by adding on some sort of accidental coverage, because based on your health, looks like you just take cholesterol medicine. The most likely cause of a near passing for you, Jim, in the near future, 1, 3, 5 years, is probably going to be an accident, right? Get into a car accident, fall off the roof, putting up Christmas lights, slip in the kitchen, trip in the bathtub, an accident. And so what most people do is they add on something like this, which allows them to strengthen their position so they have additional coverage for just a small price. I mean, the pricing on this it's really good. Like when you start to quote it, you'll be like, holy cow. And people really jump at that. And they go, okay, yeah, I can spend $50 for an extra 200,000, right? Boom, 600 AP, money's great, right? So for you, that's a great, like for older people. Younger people, sometimes you get these young people who just have no money, right? They barely got into they're barely living, really tight financially. Adding on this for $30 for 250,000 with return of premium is a great product for right now. Listen, Jim, young Jim, I understand that, we need to get you some complete coverage. But today, you're young, you don't take any medications, you look pretty trim to me, right? So the most likely cause of a near passing, Jim, is going to be an accident. So, and I think Al Vomsey's got some great charts and stuff about most likely cause of death, like sub age 60 is like an accident. So this is a great add-on product. I offer it in every home and sell it a lot because it's a great product. It's a massive value play, and it's in honesty is if you've got a healthy client, their most likely cause of death in the near future is an accident. So make sure you're using this. You're adding on 18 to 70. Return of premium, they get 100% of their money back at 30 years. Okay? 100% back at 30 years. And there's a return of premium scale. You can find it in Mutual of Omaha, but if they cancel like at 10 years, they get like 10 or 15% back. If they cancel it at 20 years, they get like 50% back, 25 years, 75% back. And so like if they wait all the way till age 80 in this situation, they get all their money back. Now this product actually expires at age 80. Okay, so it's done. It's over at age 80. So how do you say that to a client? Listen, you're 60, you're 68, it's gonna protect you for the next 12 years. If anything crazy happens, you cannot get it. Cannot get it above age 70. So I'm meeting with an older client, I make sure I solidify that. So a lot of you guys running final expense appointments, this is a powerful add-on. I know Jordan and Alex add it on constantly, and that's why they sell 10, 15, 20,000 every single month, because they add it on, because when you're selling to AIG and she's healthy AIG or whatever, even an AIG client who's got cancer in treatment, gonna be out of it soon, can't qualify for anything but AIG. But today, also, this would be a good add-on for her. So she's got coverage for accident as well, because if she's in treatment and she's getting better, what's the most likely cause of a near passing? Could be an accident, probably an accident. So Alex Strait says legacy protection. Great, dude. Thank you for chiming in. So I love this product. I offer as much as I can. I'd recommend you to add it on and utilize it as well. Drop sale, pivot, etc. So Mutual of Omaha, check. Any questions? We're good. All right. Next. Those are two main ones. Those are long. I took a lot of time with those because those are the ones like you will probably sell 80% of. 80% those two companies. Okay, so I want to spend some extra time there, really dial into them, really, there you go, Julius. Accidental death is ranked the 4th likely to occur for ages 65 and up. Is that a good stat? I don't know what that 4th likely to occur. What about under 65? You got any more, any stats? Okay, next product. Next company we're going to talk about is Transamerica, okay? Transamerica. They have it's state specific, but it's called Immediate Solutions. And I think it's like an LP 121, state specific, whatever that is. But it's like the it states, we'll just get rid of that. It's called Immediate Solutions. Confuse you guys. But you want to make sure you get it from the Transamerica Premier Life Insurance Company. So Transamerica is humongous, and they have like different, what you'll learn is these companies get so big, they like copy themselves. And they have like 100,000 clients within Transamerica, like Mutual of Omaha, and they have 150,000 clients in United of Omaha. And then they have another 100,000 clients in United Mutual of Omaha. And like, so they just like kind of, I don't know why it's business practices above my head, above my pay grade. So Transamerica has Transamerica Life Insurance Company and they have Transamerica Premier Life Insurance Company. You got to make sure you get the paper apps for Transamerica Premier when you call them. I work with, my name's Jim. I work with Family First Life. And I want to make sure I get some Transamerica Life Insurance, Transamerica Premier Life Insurance paper apps. And they'll mail them to you, they'll email them to you, they're very helpful. Yes, and the paper app you want to make sure you get is the 45 to 85. I think they also have a 0 to 44 whole life, and it might be on the same paper app. But predominantly, you're going to use this product for this one reason, the 45 to 85. Why? They take diabetics, and so we've talked about diabetes a lot. You'll be surprised. I was surprised. I didn't realize how many people had diabetes. Like, how many people got COPD? How many people have health ailments? Or let me say it this way. How many people that are looking for life insurance have health ailments? And it's very eye-opening for my own personal health as I age and myself and my own personal longevity of just realizing how to take care of your body. And we're not going to go down some health path right now, but you'll see a lot of clients you meet with have diabetes. A lot of clients you meet with have health challenges. And so this product is very good for a couple reasons. They're not going to qualify, they get declined, so they get pop up. It says guaranteed for Americo. Pops up graded, Mutual of Omaha. Generally, if they're still like got a couple health things going on, but it doesn't make enough sense to go AIG, which I'll tell you why to do AIG here in a minute. They're like in this smaller window of time, Transamerica is more lenient than America, okay? But the main thing is they're getting immediate coverage. So that's the big thing too. All of these people, all these clients, we're trying to get immediate coverage for. Approved today, die tomorrow, family gets paid the next day. We're trying to find them immediate products. And so the thing we've been focusing on is getting them immediate coverage. This is an immediate paying product. It's a 45 to 85, and it goes from, I think, 2,000 to 30, 40, something like that, 30 or 40 based on age. So you just gotta look at the age when you're quoting it. The quote tool is linked from FFL and FFL Mentor. It's a long link. Okay, so go there, FFL Mentor under quotes, you'll find the long link. It's like FE-TL something. But it's a long link. So you go there, you can quote them, and this is a great product for diabetics with neuropathy, okay? Explain what that means. Neuropathy is a complication of diabetes. Diabetes is, I don't know really, it's something you don't want, but if you have it, you can take care of it through medication, and you can live a long, fine life with it. But once you get it, you have it. And one of the things that happens if your diabetes doesn't stay under control, you can acquire neuropathy. Neuropathy is where there's pain in your feet and in your fingers and your back. You get pain called neuropathy within your body from diabetes. It's caused from many things, but one of them is called diabetic neuropathy. It's neuropathic pain from diabetes. So one of the medications clients take is called gabapentin. Gabapentin is a medicine that helps treat the neuropathy, helps lower the pain. Transamerica will approve a client. There's 3 levels. There's 3 levels. What's the top level? Premier?
Or
Transamerica.
standard and then preferred.
Preferred, yep. Preferred. Standard and graded, okay? They will approve a preferred client diabetic neuropathy, okay? Mutual of Omaha and Americo will not take them, declined. Transamerica will approve them. Best business ever, taking care of clients. Standard, diabetic with insulin. If they have insulin, they'll go here. Americo approves them, no problem. So just let me recap here. This is important stuff for you guys that are running. Preferred, right here. This is the focus. This is what we want to use right now. If you're diabetic with neuropathy, okay? Diabetic neuropathy. You're going to run into this more than you think, all right? That's why I'm trying to hammer this home. Because if they're like, you call up your manager and you're like, they've got gabapentin. What is gabapentin for? Neuropathy. Now we know, okay? Transamerica will approve them. Mu, and America will not. They have insulin. America won't take them. Mutual of Omaha won't take them. Transamerica will take them. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Let's focus here. Insulin diabetics are approved with America. Insulin diabetics with neuropathy approved with Transamerica. All right? That's what we're focusing on here. Why are we writing Transamerica? Why are we not writing America Mutual of Omaha? Okay, focus, that's the purpose here. But we're not gonna, if they're only insulin, and we're getting heavy here, it's getting deep, but if you watch this a few times, it'll make sense. If they're only insulin, America. If they're insulin with neuropathy, Transamerica. This is why we write this product. The second thing, which thank you, Julius, for jumping in, COPD, Parkinson's, and Hep C. COPD, Parkinson's, and Hep C. I've also had Parkinson's approved with Americo. They're only Parkinson's. So, but oftentimes, and this is the sad thing about a lot of the clients we sit with, they got one thing, they got 4 things. They got one thing, they got 2 things. And so that's what you want to focus on, is just basically getting as much information as you can. Now, there's a lot we're throwing at you. But like COPD, this is called chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Generally, people get it when they smoke a lot. Hey, Jim, do you smoke? Nope. When did you quit? A year ago? Okay. Do you have COPD? Yep. Okay. You know, so generally they quit when they get the disease, but it's a lung disease. Mutual of Omaha won't take them. Americo won't take them. Transamerica will take them standard. That's great, okay? Parkinson's, I believe that is also standard. And Hep C is dependent on time since last treatment. And this is really heavy underwriting stuff for you guys right now. These are going to be 1 out of your 10, 1 out of your 7 clients are going to run into stuff like this. But it's just understanding, when are we writing Transamerica? Diabetic neuropathy and COPD are basically the main things you're going to run into, okay? Basically the main things you're going to run into, okay? From there, you can add on an accidental. You can add on accidental, which is great if you want it. And then they also take Social Security, Direct, Express, MasterCard. That's an important thing, okay? A lot of our clients, our final expense clients, have bank accounts, but a few outliers just choose to get paid on what's called a Social Security Direct Express MasterCard. And that's a card where their Social Security gets deposited onto it. 2 companies take it, Transamerica and AIG, okay? So that's an important thing for Transamerica. Got it. So Transamerica is good for a lot of things, but generally decline with America, decline with Mutual of Omaha, and still somewhat healthy, we're going to pivot to Transamerica. Important thing though too, which we kind of covered, this is a paper app. Paper app. So you got to order them. Got to order them. You can print them out, ask your manager, they'll email them to you. But this is some important stuff to kind of understand as we dig into this specific product call on the different things and the reasons why I use it. You're not going to remember all this stuff. You're not going to know this stuff when you first start. You're going to call me, you're going to call other people that you're working with, and they're going to help you, guide you. But this is important for Transamerica. All right, moving on. Any questions about Transamerica or comments from the commenters? Nope. All right. Last two more companies. This one is AIG, called American General in the insurance bay. I don't know where the I goes in American General, but they're called American General, but it's AIG. So this is a guaranteed issue whole life. What does that mean? Everybody gets approved. Everybody gets approved. Guaranteed issue. They have a bank account and a social security number. They get approved. The way this product works is a 2-year waiting period.
Approved with just a card too.
2-year waiting period. Okay. The way the product works, client gets approved for a face amount of whatever, $50 a month, whatever that equates to. Client dies inside of that 2-year waiting period. Client dies inside that 2-year waiting period. What happens? They die at the end of the 12th month. They made 12 payments of $50 a month, $600 they paid. Well, their beneficiaries will get 110% of what the client paid. So what does that mean? That means that client pays $600, beneficiary will get $660. So instead of the beneficiary being left with nothing, AIG is guaranteeing that they will give you an extra 10% return on your money. I've had clients where they were stricken and sadly with cancer, so very, very sick. and they bought a huge policy like this. And the philosophy for the client was, if I put $500 a month into this, I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to be giving, no matter whenever I die, my spouse $550. It's in a contract. You read the policy, it says it. So he, without question, was like, well, why wouldn't I just put as much as I could into this? Is because that would allow me to pass on more money to my wife, knowing that I'm going to end up dying soon. It's very sad. But so let me say it again. So Jim, if you end up passing within 2 years, they're going to give you, they're going to marry back everything you paid plus 10% on top. If you wait, if you make it the full 2 years and a day, then the full benefit will get paid to Mary. So there's really no loss here. You can't, if you took this money and just saved it into a bank account, you're not going to get as great a return as you would purchasing this product and putting some additional potential coverage in place. Now, whom qualifies for AIG? Again, it's 50 to 85, and the coverage amounts are 5,000 to 25,000. Okay, 50 to 85, 5,000 to 25,000. Not a ton of coverage, but I want more than that. Well, I'm sorry, Jim, you should have bought it before you got cancer. Like, you don't say it like condescending like that, but you'll get these clients that'll be like so mad at you because you're the one who you're providing them what they're available. Now, just based on your situation, this is what you're eligible for. What most people do is they get this product and they put something in place so they have something, because this is better than nothing, because you're now saving 50 or 100 or 200 or 500 bucks a month is not going to equate to the quality of return that you can provide for your family. If you save it, you're not going to get as good a return. If you make it 2 years and a day, then you get the full benefit. And so this is a way where active cancer, heart attack in the last year, stroke in the last year, congestive heart failure, really sick, guys. Like, I'm talking really sick, really sick. There you go. We'll just leave it at that. They don't qualify for Transamerica. They don't qualify for Mutual of Omaha. They don't qualify for Americo. It's a great pivot. And so that's why if you call clients sometimes and they'll be like, yeah, I've had 5 people over here and they told me no one can get me covered. No one can get me covered. You get these frustrated older people that just they're pissed off because someone who they thought was like us, who wasn't like us, went over their home and took a bunch of their time and tried to sell them a policy and couldn't get them covered. Well, now we can. There's 0 people between 50 and 85 that we cannot get insurance for. And that, to me, is one of the most gratifying parts about this business. And I'll tell you a quick story. I had a client, went to his house, didn't want me to come over. I showed up anyway because I got to get the lead resolved. He tells me, he goes, I got cancer, and I already just bought a policy, right? I fought my way in the door, lovingly with a smile, right? I got in the door. I said, well, let me just review your policy that you've got, and I'll make, and then I can get it. Here's a great line, guys. I need to add it to my producer report. I need to add it to my producer report. And that for you is, it's always about, it's someone bigger than us. It's not me. You're out here late. Yeah, they got me out here late. I'm just an employee. I'm just a cog in the system. I'm not a fancy sales guy. That's where you want. Your clients want to be just like you. They want you to be just like them. And I'm just like them. I'm a normal guy. Loves my kids, loves my wife, right? So I'm trying to say here for you is when you're presenting to clients and you're interacting with your clients, don't showboat, don't gloat, don't tell them about the great things that you've done and vacations and stuff that you've got going in your life, because they can't relate. They're simple people who don't have a solution to the problem that you can help them solve, okay? So I got to the client's house. I said, I understand, Jim, you told me you already got a policy. I just need to get it signed up my producer report. Can I just see it real quick? Get in the door, sit down. He's got active cancer, sad as can be. Just bought a policy from Farmers, I believe, one of the captive agencies. Exactly like AIG, Bought it like a month ago, okay? It was like 77, okay? $10,000 was $167 a month. So I'm gonna be close to my numbers here. Like $167 a month through Farmers. And he goes, yeah, this is a great policy. If anything happens to me in the next 2 years, my wife gets everything I paid into it plus 3%. And I was like, 3%. He goes, yeah. And he shows me on the policy. And I was like, okay, what are you paying? He showed me the numbers. I go, AIG, look it up. He was like paying 167, 103. 103, $10,000, immediate approved, 2-year waiting period. And guess what, Jim? You get back 10%. And he's like, what? Pull out the brochure, showed him on the website, done. Bought it one right then and there. Called him, canceled his farmers the next day. So that's why when we talk about like how great it is for all the carriers we offer, our carriers are great freaking carriers. And captive agencies are generally 30 to 35% more expensive than the products we offer. They're employees. We are independent brokers. There's no salary here. There's no one feeding us leads. We purchase our leads. We go out there and hunt and take care of families and make our own money as much as we want. And so this in your back pocket, as much as we don't want to offer it because it doesn't pay as great as the rest of them, the people that need this product are just as important as everybody else. And I love I love selling AIG as much as America because I know that I did the best thing for the client. And so this is a really good product that you have in your back pocket with 110% return and full benefit at 2 years and a day that you can use anytime you need to for a client that they thought that there was no more hope, okay? Ideally, this is the last case scenario, this is the last resort, but it's nice to have this in your back pocket, okay? So that's why we equip you here to be the absolute best and set up as you can be. Okay, last carrier, and my dude, is called American Amicable. And many of you aren't qualified, let me go this way. The abbreviation's AMAM. If you're not contracted with American Amicable, email your upline, okay? If your upline's me or whoever it is, we can get you contracted with them. Now, this is a carrier we've just recently added on. American Amicable. They're like a Moo or America, bunch of products. We're going to focus on just one right now. They have a senior choice. Actually, do you know the limits? I think I do. Senior choice whole life. Okay? Senior choice whole life. That will go from probably 5 to 30. And I think it's 50 to 85, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay? So another whole life you can pivot to instead of trans before AG. If you don't have this carrier, you have to be invited. And how you be invited is by the person whom brought you to FFL. It just came out like a month ago. So you know how long it takes to get 7,000 people contracted? You know, a minute. So it just takes time. We're requesting uplines and dad, right? We need to request it to be so that we can get people plugged in. So, but get this one added on as you can. The benefit of this product is there's some benefits of it. One is that you can rebut the prescriptions. So, had a client, she pretty healthy, lived in California a year ago when there was a bunch of fires. Air was a mess, right? All these trees and houses and cars burning, it was a mess. And she was breathing all this terrible air. She went to the doctor and over the course of a few months got 3 different prescriptions, inhalers, okay? 3 different inhalers, okay? And had no lung issues ever in life. Had 3 different inhalers. So I said, okay, I go to Americo, apply, declined, or guaranteed. Well, we're not writing that product. So I pivoted and I was about to move to Transamerica. And I said to myself, you're going to try this because it's a new product that just came out, right? It takes time to adopt new products in your portfolio, especially if you're using it running a lot. So I tried this product. And what happened was I go through the app, go to submit, and it pops up, loading instant quoting engine. And it popped up the 3 meds. And it said, does the client take Spiriva for COPD? No. Does the client take albuterol for COPD? No. Does the client take ProAir for COPD? No. So you can answer. They ask you the question, you can answer. No, no, no. Okay. Submit. Client's approved. Amazing. So decline on Americo, you can rebuke with American Amicable. So it's kind of a cool feature that you can have. I've also had clients in that same situation where they got declined and whatnot. I mean, it's a unique situation, okay? Good company, talk to your upline about getting contract with them, and they've also got some unique graded and ROP type features that you can utilize sometimes in lieu of AIG. We could talk about that. So that was a whole product breakdown. Hope that was helpful. Thank you, Julius, for helping. Thank you, Jordan and Alex. Love you guys to death. I got to do one more. I got one more. Last one. And this one's freaking awesome. So you want product knowledge. I'll give you product knowledge, all right? John Hancock. And this product is freaking legit, okay? So this one's a term 20 to 60, and 25,000 to 250,000. And the terms are 10, 15, and 20. Okay? Comes with terminal illness rider. And if you get approved, an Apple Watch or a Fitbit if you have one of those other phones than iPhones. I'm just playing. All phones are good phones. They all dial leads. So, John Hancock, it's called Vitality. Okay, Vitality term. And you can see it right on there, right in the middle. And what's cool about it is this product accepts insulin-dependent diabetics above 40, where most carriers, we have Mutual won't take them. America will take them only on their Eagle Whole Life. This is a term. We're talking $250,000 of coverage. And then we've had a lot of diabetic talk here from the Transamerica, the whole rigmarole we went through there. But diabetics, and they expect a lot, like they'll accept like people on ADHD, depression, like a whole slew, like their underwriting guidelines, and they're posted in Slack. No, the underwriting guidelines are in Slack. If you go to JH, here, I'll write it down. It's jhsimpleterm.com. That's where you go, and you put in once you're approved, your social security number is how you get in. That's your login. It's crazy. Super simple, like 4-page app, almost as fast as AIG's. I'm sorry, so AIG's an e-app, their quoting tool, which is also their e-app, is on FFL Mentor. It's a link. It's kind of a unique link, like www-115, something like that. But John Hancock is a term. We just recently got this about 3 months ago. And this also has a cool lead source right now too. Through social insurance leads, you can buy specific John Hancock Vitality leads, which is super cool. People looking for a free Apple Watch or Fitbit. And but what's cool about it is it's a 10, 15 year 20 term. That's it. 20 to 60, smoker, non-smoker, 25 to 250. And the thing of it is I say to clients when I'm offering this product, I say, listen, John, no one involved in this situation wants you to use the product. I don't want you to die. You don't want to die. They don't want you to die. Okay? So, but we know it's going to happen as long as you're healthy and you get approved, they're going to pay your family. But what they do is, there's been studies and whatnot and have shown that exercise and eating right and taking care of yourself and good health promotes longevity. And so what their intent is to incentivize you through an Apple Watch or Fitbit by if you wear it and you're active. And a lot of guys have used it. Alex, I know, has one. I need to get one. I've been waiting for this Fitbit to die, but I'll end up getting one here in a minute. But if you wear it and you're active every day for a year, at the end of the year, they'll actually give you back up to 15% of your premiums. So you pay $83 a month. At the end of the year, you paid $1,000. You were active the entire time. They're going to cut you a check back for $150. So it's a partial return of premium. Pretty cool. On top of the fact you got the Apple Watch or the Fitbit. because they're trying to incentivize you to be active so you don't die, so they don't have to pay $250,000. But if you do, under any circumstance, they will pay. So it's kind of like, I'm careful how I explain it to clients, like in that remark, like joking about death, but like being serious, like no one wants you to use it. Does that make sense, Bob? And sometimes they'll look at me funny and then they'll chuckle because it's like a delayed joke, but a great product, great product. You're busy, you're short on time, easy pivot, easy to explain. It's a fast app, it's like 4 pages done. And so this is a great add-on product that you all have access to from day one, right? When you get started with Assurance Bay, you've got Americo, Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, AIG, John Hancock, Athene, and Global Atlantic, okay? Athene and Global Atlantic, those are our IUL and annuity type products. If you have questions about those, please consult, ask a specialist in your CRM, or jump on the AMS Live, the Advanced Market Live Sales Trainings. They have them every Thursday on Facebook, and there's an archive of them on amsffl.com. So that we're not going to talk about those companies. It's much more advanced because 98.9% of the business you're going to sell in your career FFL is going to be simplified issued life insurance. And simplified issued life insurance, which I should have referenced at the very beginning, is premised by admission and prescription. So the way all these products work is, what do you admit to having? Yes, I have diabetes and I have neuropathy, okay? And what you are prescribed, metformin and gabapentin, right? So what admission and prescription, those are the 2 key things. That's how this insurance works. That's why there's no nurse that comes. That's why there's no blood draw. That's why there's no pee in a cup. That's why they don't weigh you. That's why they don't contact their doctors and run physical checks and APS statements and take 3 months to find out the client's going to get approved and then table rate them because they had high liver enzymes or whatever. Simplified issued life insurance. Meet the client, get them taking care of what they need, and protect them and move to the next family. So it's the most successful type of insurance for our market and what we are so successful at, and why companies like John Hancock, who have the Vitality product with a 15% return of premium, are actually right now developing a complete return of premium product specifically for Family First Life because of the volume we put in, the quality of our producers, and the quality of the clients that we offer. So like, guys, you're in a great place. I just talked for 81 minutes straight. If there's any final questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them. Questions? Where is going to be the best place to get all the training times and dates? Great question, anonymous attendee. You was your name. Go ahead and you can go to the facebook.com, and go to Family First Life. Their page is where the most up-to-date place is, under events. And they'll have all like the next, the events this week all the way through the 29th. Those are the next batch of events for ending our summer sales conferences. And that's what's beneficial at FFL and why it's so important to plug into calls and watch trainings like this, is because you can simply plug in and watch, and we don't require you to come to 3, 4, 5 trainings a week. It's self-paced, right? So I'm gonna leave this call just about products. Anyone that ever needs product training should learn this, and you'll be an expert. Yes, thank you, Julius. Julius is excellent as well. A lot of positivity. And guys, all of you in here watching this and watching the replay, we have in Slack, which more of you are gonna start plugging into, I know, and liking an emoji and heart and fireball and all those sales that are happening, is the in-home help channel. Yeah, let's do that. So on Slack, let's do this real quick. So in-home help. This is the best. Yeah, this is great. In-home help. Please, everyone ask a question, okay? Ask a question, but only the people that are allowed to respond are the people that have issue paid over $10,000 in a month, okay? So if you have an issue paid over $10,000 a month, I'm gonna delete your response. You can ask a question, but we gotta protect the responses that are being answered in there. But all you guys can plug in there and learn. And so the way it is, you ask a question, okay? 67, male, non-smoker, metformin, and insulin. No, nothing else. Okay, then there'll be a reply. So someone will reply underneath, built into it, and they'll come back. Someone will comment Americo Eagle, and then someone else will comment add-on Moo accidental. Also, because you can add on that both, and someone else might add on Relia Shield. You know, people, these are different people adding on comments, but this is the answer. So ask a question, I got a client that's got diabetes. What do I sell them? Terrible question. We don't know the age. We don't know what meds they're taking, anything else. So good questions get good answers. Does that make sense? Good questions get good answers. So in-home help is your solution. When I'm not available on the phone, or Julius or other people you're working with, this is an invaluable resource that our top producers all help each other out. So ask a good question. Age of client, health, but guess what? Non-smoker, I mean, if this guy was a smoker, right? Eric Legal's even better. Non-smoker rate, right? So we've learned that today. So that's a big thing. Utilize the in-home help channel in Slack, and you will absolutely rocket ship your production, because you will then have 10, 20, 30 people that have sold over 10,000 a month answering you while you're in the home, helping you. And if you're preparing for an appointment, put it all in one question, as much in one question as possible, because sometimes we're just about organization, right? If someone drops 4 questions, then let's just try to keep it clean. And so we'll work on this. We're all growing together. That's what's beneficial. But this in-home help channel in Slack is by far one of the most beneficial things for our whole team, because then you have access to other people that you don't even know the phone numbers of, maybe you've never spoken to, and there they are helping you right here, in-home help. Hello, a 31-year-old female who has schizophrenia and depression diagnosis. Any carriers will cover her. 3 responses. One thing for a lot of you guys who are new in here, go scroll up the in-home help channel and read the last 100 posts and the replies that are in there. Go educate yourself. So, why are HMS and TLE preferable over John Hancock Vitality? Great question, Jason White. Reason number 1, I would say cashback option. Okay, Americo, you can do the cashback option. Moo, you can do you can do return of premium. 2, better living benefits. Okay, so we're like, if I did a dollar-to-dollar comparison, John Hancock maybe $10 or $15 less than Moo or Americo, but they only have, the John Hancock product only has 50% of the terminal illness rider. Whereas we know Americo has 100% living, the terminal, 100% critical, and 100% chronic. So what I'll do sometimes, I'll show it. I'll say, Mary, I got 2 different, she's focused on term. Mary, I got 2 separate term products, both great companies, but this is a great line. Insurance is like a commodity, okay? The products are basically the same, but it's different features and benefits inside of them that will affect the price. So you know what you're going to do is show her, say, well, it's $80 for Americo, and it comes with 100% living benefits for critical, chronic, and terminal, and the price is this. And the other one is $65, but it's the base amount. It comes with only 50% terminal. And so I'll show them like that, but that's a great question. So the reason why John Hancock is sometimes if you're just trying to like, the client's I just want death insurance, I got coverage through my work, or I've got another policy already, or whatever. But that would be the 2 main reasons why I would lead with Americo or Moo over John Hancock, but then pivot to John Hancock if you're trying to just, you know, cover it for the kids, right? You're trying to just get something in there, budget's tight, etc. So hope that helps, Jason. I'm out. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for learning. Proud of you guys that made it all the way to the end here to watch the end of this video. This is it. Dig in, commit to this stuff, learn this stuff. This is a business. And with businesses, they take time to grow, they take time to learn, they take time to get yourself down the road and up the mountain of success. And no one ever did it in a day or a week or a month. Okay? So keep committing yourself, keep committing to get better. And I'll see you on the next one of these. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.